Now that ByteDance voluntarily pulled out from the US last night, it's made a few things very clear, and it has to do with the law that banned TikTok itself. And I feel like I need to make this video because I have not heard this information circulated by any of the news sources covering this ban, and it's concerning to me because we still think that the law explicitly only bans TikTok, but it's much worse than that. I'm going to let you read the law for yourself because I think reading this language will clear some things up about why this all feels kind of weird. So HR 7521 on congress.gov, the Protecting Americans from Foreign Adversaries Act reads, to protect the national security of the United States from the threat posed by foreign adversary-controlled applications, such as TikTok and any successor application or service, and any other application or service developed or provided by ByteDance, or an entity under the control of ByteDance. Which means that what ByteDance did last night was total compliance with this law, which is why CapCut, Marvel Snap, Lemon 8 are all gone. I don't know if there's any other ones that I've missed. But this law doesn't only name ByteDance, it's just a such as. It broadly includes all companies owned by what the government classifies as a foreign adversary. And this explains a key important fact. So if you're saying all apps that ByteDance operates in the US have to be divested in order to not be banned, they're not going to divest anything. They're not going to sell their entire product portfolio. And while we're all focusing on saving TikTok because it is the most explicitly popular asset affected by this, my fear is that we don't address the other part of the law. Ro Khanna, Ed Markey, they're doing great work, but they're only focused on TikTok. And I think I've heard a lot of kind of theories about how this feels like we're setting up Trump for a savior moment, et cetera, et cetera. But I think that this key language in this law is going to slip on by because if it doesn't change, the government can effectively enforce bans on any future apps that become popular enough. The metric that they're looking for is that the app or service has over 1 million monthly active users. So the minute that anything Chinese owned or created becomes popular enough, they can effectively take it away. I just want to put this out into the ether, put it out to people who are smart, people who are also kind of on top of this, because I think we need to not forget what this law actually states. And that this is not just about some Hail Mary for TikTok, saving TikTok itself, because the underlying statement that this law makes is so much scarier than that. I would love if you guys can help me tag Ro Khanna, Ed Markey, any other senators who are working on this, because I